Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. You know how I actually decide on what video to make. I just see where my thoughts are leading me in certain weeks, and I think a lot about things that we're taking for granted. And this time I was thinking a lot about how life becomes boring and sucks when you're growing older. And I mean from when you reach a certain age, for example 25 further up. And I was like puzzled why so many people actually start feeling depressed, and especially when they reach their 30s and after they reach their 30s, and why life becomes so boring. So here's my opinion about it. When you're younger, you're basically exploring the world without thinking about any consequences or what's gonna happen tomorrow, or are you gonna be judged for it, or you can even enjoy it in being judged for it. And you can do your hair green, red, blue. You can choose to be in any lifestyle, and basically you can get away with it because everybody's gonna say, oh, he's just young, it's just a phase. And when you reach your 30s especially, people expect from you to finish with that kind of, to finish with your phase, whatever your phase was. If you were listening to metal music, or you were part of some alternative lifestyle or whatever, people kind of expect you to be done with that. But what if you're not? So there we go. The things that we do when we're teenagers, or the crazy shit we do, it's kind of the flavor of life. So if you remove all that, life can become very flavorless. And so you think, I have a good job, I bought a house, I have a mortgage, I have a nice car, I have a wife or a husband, I have kids, and I should be very happy and grateful because I have all that, and I shouldn't wish for more because I already have everything I need. Do you? Do you really know? Hi, Crow. It doesn't work that way. So there is no certain age. Is it 25 or 30 or 35 when your desires automatically switch off, and then you don't want anything else in your life? That's unusual or weird. We are all very good at fooling the society that we're normal. Not me, I'm proud of my shit. I'm wearing my awkwardness as a badge. Yeah, weirdo. But that's another story entirely. It's another trauma I have, because I became proud of being weird because that may be different from my family and everybody, but that's another story entirely. But the good thing about staying crazy and staying open is that even at whatever age you are, you can do something that has a flavor, that can bring the flavor to your life. So I'm looking at people, sometimes they're really disturbing me. I'm looking at middle-aged people 40, 50 years old, which is not so far from where I am. I was watching a couple, they're in their mid-40s, I'd say. They were going to the shop, and she completely she forgot about her physical appearance, which is grand, okay, if that is your decision. But if this is the way that life kind of fucked you up, in a way that you decided that your physical appearance is not important anymore, that's another story altogether. And he's also like, they're pulling the shopping trolley, getting their shopping, they have a kid with them, and they look like someone drained the fucking life out of them. And when I was a child, this always scared me. Like, I was scared of becoming a person like that. I wanted the life to become one big adventure. And the thing is, somewhere along the way, people convince us that we are not allowed to partake in any adventure after we're 25. Then whatever adventure we had, that's it. And whatever else we're gonna do is kind of reckless and it's stupid and it's for kids. And I don't want to live like that. I don't know about you guys, but I don't believe in rules. The only rules I know of are the rules that I have and I feel inside me. And if I'm living a life that is flavorless, I will be a really bad life companion, because that's not gonna make me happy. So you see, it's a very sad story. You're looking around, I'm looking around at people. I used to share a house as well, even until recently, and I was living with a couple that had been married and they haven't been even talking to each other for a year. And I don't know why they didn't get a divorce. I mean, like, I would. I don't care if that is something shameful, if society is gonna judge me, my parents are gonna judge me, I don't give a fuck. My happiness is at stake here. And I think the reason why we're not happy after 25 is because we put our happiness at the second place, and the first place becomes the obligation to the society, our children, our partners, and whoever. I think the only solution to this problem is to stay open and curious and to stay tuned in with yourself and to listen to yourself and go into every and any direction that your inner guidance wants to lead you. And even if the rest of the world is frowning up to you, if it's legal, if you're not hurting anyone, can you hurt everyone? If you're not hurting anyone, you should follow it. If I'm gonna live for 60 years, for example, why would I spend more than half of my life living the life that I don't want to live and that has zero pleasure in it? I just don't see it happening. We live in a society where everybody's judging you. They're judging you by the level of success that you have, the level of money that you have, your personal relationships, your physical appearance, and the properties you have. And even your parents kind of put a burden on your back for you in order to kind of make them feel proud of you. And sometimes we think that the things that we would decide to do in life are not going to make our parents proud of us. But honestly, I know that I would like to make my parents happy, but I'd rather make myself happy. And if my parents really love me, if people around me really love me, they will be happy for my happiness. This burden that people put on our back, that when we're 20, 25, depends on the culture, up to 30, you should be married, you should have kids. And honestly, do you really think that this planet needs more kids or more marriages? I don't know, just kind of think that this planet needs more happy people, nice people, gentle people, people that are kind of fulfilled and happy with what they have inside them. And of course, I am not refusing any material goods. I'm a person that likes to have nice things, but I would never kind of work my ass off only to have nice things and not to have a life. I think it's very important to understand that even if you're 35 or 40, if you're in the wrong place for your personal happiness, you need to move from that place. And there is always a way. You might hurt some people, but there's always a way. It's better to move and even hurt some people than to be a miserable individual that's gonna make everybody's life a living hell, including yourself. You cannot fool anyone. If you're unhappy, you cannot fake it. You cannot fake it, especially with the people that are surrounding you. You cannot fake it. If you're not happy, everybody around you is gonna suffer. Everybody. Your children, your spouse. And by not moving from the place of unhappiness, you might be destroying more than one life. Not only yours, but life of everybody around you. So choose wisely. If you want to move from spot A to spot B, you can do it in 20 steps, 50, 100, or 1. It's your decision. It's your happiness on stake. And it doesn't matter if you're 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 years old, you can still do it. Because you see, you don't know how much life you have in front of you, and the time's not going to be there forever. And if your happiness is not important to you, nobody's going to value your happiness either. You cannot wait for Prince Charming or whoever's going to show up. Nobody's going to show up. You will show up, or you won't. And don't look at the time. Don't look at the clock. There's only one clock that matters here. It's your inner clock, and it's ticking. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like these kinds of videos, please do subscribe to my channel, and I do love you so much.